Anarchy doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense.
Sell us on the anarchy. Like, what happens here? Like, what actually...
Well, when all else fails, so when you cannot feed your family...
Yeah, of course.
Why would that ever happen, though?
Because you're broke.
But the government...
The government's going to save you because they're going to give you food stamps or whatever. They're going to play the role of Superman.
That's exactly
it. Of course they are.
But they have to break it first before that happens.
Exactly.
They transition to it.
I don't know.
I think so.
playing devil's advocate
I think
here.
yes.
I think they transition to it because
it's going to be a messy, crazy transition.
But
No empire goes. You're missing the fact that the U.S. is going down. We're at the end of an empire. You can't argue that. You can't say the U.S. is going to be in power for the next 50 to 100 years. That's insane. The dollar's dying. It always ends around the same time when the dollar ends. The empire's dead. The 10-year treasury is the biggest signal of that. Everybody in the world's selling 10-year treasury. Nobody wants U.S. debt because they know it's worthless. They know the U.S. is going to go into extreme debt. They're at 33 trillion now. It's going to go to 100 trillion, 200. People know the U.S. dollars has zero credibility.
Why can't they just raise the ceiling?
The problem
they can keep printing, but it kills the dollar.
The problem with this argument is it's all relative. Like, the U.S. is still better than every other country.
Sure.
So it's all relative.
It's a global. That's my point. It's not just the U.S. When the U.S. goes down, the world will go down with it, and that's going to be a global reset. And then you're going to go to one. Eventually, the goal is to go to one world currency as well. Okay, one world government, because then it's really easy to control the mass populace.
Who do you think's actually pulling these strings?
It's the owners of the people behind the central banks.
Central banks.